Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today's video, I want to do something a little different. I want to spectate a Cloak and Dagger, and I want to offer my insight and tips into what I personally feel as a Cloak and Dagger Lord main that they are doing wrong. So I'm not a pro gamer, disclaimer, I'm not a professional. I'm just, a random grandmaster player who happens to main Cloak and Dagger. And I definitely feel like even though this guy got the most heals in the game, I feel like he's definitely the reason his team basically lost. I feel like he's sold. And I'm going to give you guys some of my reasons why. So be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get it. Okay, I'm definitely not going to get on Cloak and Dagger too much for that one. Everybody knows when a Spider-Man sees a Cloak and Dagger, he's licking his chops. He's going to solo you. He's going to single you out. He's going to put the hurting on you. Now, one tip that I can give him is you need to listen out to those audio cues. When you hear a Spider-Man, he's in the back line. He's not fighting your tanks. He's looking for the healers. So as Cloak and Dagger, you want to put your healing bubble at your feet, and then you want to switch to Cloak, and you want to disappear and even try to blind him. All right, yeah, right here, there's really not much he can do. His team just got decimated. His best bet is just fall back, get behind your Thor, and you're just waiting for your team to come back at this point. One little nitpick I just noticed is he throws down the healing bubble right in front of him and he's taking damage, but yet he's not standing in the bubble. If it's gonna be right in front of you, you might as well stand in the bubble and receive your own healing while you're fighting. Nice, I like how he assisted with damage on that tank there. A lot of Cloak mains tend to forget that she does both. She's a fighter and a healer. Nice, he disappeared and barely escaped Spider-Man's ult and then counter launched his own ult. I'm okay with this. I like that. That was a beautiful play. Man, that was a perfect use of Cloak. That's what I'm talking about. When Spider-Man gets in your face like that, that's the only thing you can do as Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, right now somebody on their team definitely needs to get on that Johnny Storm, that Human Torch up there, because he's just basically sniping Cloak and Dagger from afar. And there's nothing Cloak and Dagger can do about that. I mean, he's way outside of her range. That's on the teammates. One thing I'm noticing is that he's not switching to Cloak and using his Terror Cape pretty much at all, and I don't understand that, because when you use your Terror Cape, not only does it blind the enemies, but it makes them they take more damage. You should be launching that Terror Cape literally every freaking time you have it. When I play Cloak and Dagger, I'm literally doing both. I'm handing out a ton of healing, and then as soon as my Terror Cape comes back, I'm switching over to Cloak and I'm launching a Terror Cape every single time that I have it. He's not using it at all, and he's basically ignoring literally one of the best parts of Cloak and Dagger's kit. Like right now, they have to come down that tunnel right there. Perfect opportunity to launch a Terror Cape, blind all the enemies, and get some extra damage. I'm not understanding his lack of use of Cloak, and that's a huge problem. I mean, you have two characters in one. You're not getting the full value out of her if you're not switching to Cloak. You have to know how to switch back and forth between Cloak and Dagger to get the most out of this character. I also feel like he generally wastes his healing bubble. You have to really know when to use her healing bubble. I'm not saying don't ever use it, but I just feel like he just throws it out like right there. Why are you using your healing bubble right there? That is a complete waste. That is completely useless. You just wasted your bubble and now you're gonna die. Of course. So right now his cooldown management for Cloak and Dagger is not very good. I feel like he just feels like if he just spams his abilities, he's just gonna have this crazy sustain. And that's not how it works. You wanna be very intentional with your bubble. Why are you using it? Why he used it right there, I honestly couldn't tell you. That made zero sense to me. See, now that was a perfect bubble. That was a perfect bubble. He tried to use it. I mean, he used it. If I was him, I would have stood inside the bubble. You know what I mean? Spider-Man still can kill you while you're inside your healing bubble with his ult, but it gives you a little bit more time to switch over to Cloak and vanish and disappear. You know what I mean? He didn't stand inside of his bubble. The bubble literally just went to waste. That's why he died. You know, so gotta be mindful of that. I absolutely did not like that ult, and I'm gonna tell you why. That fight was basically pretty much already won. The enemy team, which is the team I'm on actually, they basically had won that fight. We were backing off. You know, they got a couple picks. We were literally backing off, and he launched that ult for what? There's only a minute in the fight left. You could have held on to that ult for the true final push. That would have been, see, that right there would have been a perfect time for them to use that ult. But because he wasted it and didn't have it, it's GG's. It's a wrap. That's game right there. And by the way, that Moon Knight ult, that was me, baby. 619 crash out. You already know. But so you're going to look at his stats and you're going to see he has the most healing in the game. And this is where a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I have the most heals in the game. Oh, you guys suck. But just watching his gameplay, he doesn't really have the concept of Cloak and Dagger down. His cooldown usage is basically atrocious. And I think he went like 7 and 5 or whatever like that. So yeah, you can have the most heals in the game, but when you're 7 and 5, you're not really doing your team a favor. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he was able to knock out the most healing in the game, considering he was dead a lot and he wasn't really utilizing his cooldowns the way he should have. So I'm actually shocked he came out with the most heals, and they got way more heals than my team, but I wholeheartedly feel like the Cloak and Dagger was the reason that they lost. See that down there? He is 7 and 5. Now he got the most healing, but only 2,000 damage as a Cloak is absolutely absurd. And that was the difference in the game right there. Yes, he was doing damage, but you got to keep in mind a Cloak and Dagger, you want to do both. You want to do both. I can pop off for 40,000 plus healing Cloak and Dagger, but I can also drop 25, 30 kills per match as a Cloak and Dagger, and he hasn't mastered how to do both. He's very passive offensively. He doesn't use his terror cape, you know, and that's just the difference between, you know, casual Cloak and Dagger players and Lord Cloak and Dagger players. But once again, this is no hate. This is just me taking a look at somebody else's clip and just trying to give them some advice as a fellow Cloak and Dagger main. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all your guys' support. And y'all already know, until next time, it's your boy C Wavy. I'm out of here, folks.